Cage fighting is one of the fastest growing sports in the country.
And Brian Loftus is live in Fresno with a group of cage fighters preparing for a big tournament. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Kim Kopi. Good morning, everyone. Yes, I'm at Buhawe MMA camp. You think finances are scary. Wait till you see the techniques, the moves these guys can do. Jasper, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Let's get into this. PFC 8. What does PFC stand for?
PFC stands for Palace Fighting Championship.
Let's look at some of those fighters as they get ready to train for that big PFC 8 fight. That will be May 8th in Lemoore. And first of all, we're watching the famous Jeorge Evangelista, aren't we?
Yes, as we see right now, Jeorge is getting ready for his PFC championship fight. It's going to be on May 8th. Now we're training on the ring because that's going to be in the ring fight. And now they're drilling some stuff that, advantage and disadvantage that they can use to the ring to fight. And now they're on that clinch drill.
Some fights are in a ring, some are in a cage. Tell me a little bit how you differ the training for the ring or the cage.
Well, the difference on the ring and on the cage, like, see, there's a certain moves that it doesn't work on the ring and it works for the cage. And there's also a move that it can work on the ring, but you can't use it on the cage. Like, for example, like what they're doing right now. See, Jeorge is using his back or his forearms, just to lean on the rope and get his momentum balance so that way he can get back to his opponent and clinch him and ship him back to the corner of the rope and do his own combination.
It was almost a form of the old rope-a-dope by Ali there, the way he was using back. It does seem very technical in terms of using that when the door closes and this pin right here goes in. Just listen to that sound. That's all it is, but they said every fighter here says you hear that sound because you know what it means. Okay, let's watch Jeorge. He's going to be going against actually another Evangelista in the family, right?
Another Evangelista in the family is the elder brother. He's 155er who is famous right now, and he's a lot famous on the division of 155 and 160 for his weight class. He's a very talented fighter, and right now he has a undefeated record.
Now, for those that don't know a lot about this sport, we're combining all kinds of fighting. Just in what I've been looking at right here, you see wrestling, you see Muay Thai kickboxing, there's a wrestling move right there, you see boxing, there's all kinds of things. So these fighters cannot just be trained in one area, they have to have a multitude of training.
Yes, correct. There's gonna be 3 disciplines at least involved in here. As stand-up, which is, we're popular in our Muay Thai, wrestling, and then submission grappling.
And one of the things they have to do is learn to train on the ground. Talk about what you need to learn in terms of submission grappling, where you can get pinned or held on the ground. As they're working on right now, this involves a lot of very intricate training.
Correct, and it's like a lot like this right now in the ground, the positioning and like basically, how to get out, if you're good on your feet, then, you learn focus more on how to get out, sweep your opponent, be in the dominant position from side mount to full mount, and then you can be back on your feet if you decided to be, keep the fighting on your feet.
These fighters must have an extremely high tolerance for pain as well to be able to do this, because there's got to be the bumps and the bruises that come along the way. I mean, especially with the physicality of the sport.
Correct, and there is, like, some of these fighters, like, they even get hit at hard, and they won't even feel that because of the adrenaline and because they're pro athlete that, they've been there and they had a lot of experience, and for them, they're in the fight and, something in the dance, so they'll keep fighting.
Hey guys, let's show some of the quickness. Let's show some of the quickness if we can. Now, Kim Kopi, I'm going to ask you to put your headgear on. Jeorge, can we show a little of the quickness to the camera? Give him a little show as we head up to the screen. If you have a big screen TV at home, you're going to love this. Come on up. Let's get a little boxing right at the camera. Look at that. Unbelievable. If I see him, I'm running the other way. You can see the agility, the speed, all of this is required to be successful in the ring. Kim Kopi, I'm going to gingerly walk over here and then send it back to you in the studio.